Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy. I have a really cute project for you today. It's time to start getting ready for my craft fair, which if you're in Denver, Colorado, it's the first weekend in Denver. It's down at 23rd, or give or take 23rd and Zuni. There's an Elks around the corner. It's not quite Zuni, and I can't remember exactly where it is, but as it gets closer, I'll get a flyer and show you that in case you're interested in coming to the craft fair. But I think the project I have for you today, and I'm not going to show you till the end. I have a bunch of them, well, not a bunch, a few of them made, and I'll show you some of my favorite ones and how I did those. But I'm going to use the translucent florals dies, and they are called translucent floral dies. I'm not going to use the stamp set. There's a coordinating stamp set, so if you get both, you can of course cut out the images in the stamp set with the dies. But I'm going to just use the independent dies to decorate my project today. And so that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and start with making my embellishment or the flower, and I need these dies here. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to use. I was going to, I was trying to decide if I wanted to use that little inside of the flower, but I'm going to put a gem on there instead. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the die cut machine and cut out all those pieces. I have some boho blue and some garden green cardstock here that I'm going to use for my colors today. So I have my platform. I have the platform, the thin plate adapter, and then I use just a rehealing, self-healing cutting mat on my die cut machine. And I'm going to just set these little flowers, or these little petals, I guess, parts of my flowers on here. We'll cut these out. And then my leaves are going to be that granny apple green. Let's see if I have room. I could scoot those up and put these on there too. So we'll just quickly grab the die cut machine. There he is, bada boom, and cut out my flower parts. Make sure nothing moves so nothing's off the paper. Oh, and it is off the paper. I guess I should have set it up here first, but there we go. Okay, cut out. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I got this bundle, I used mostly the stamps and the dies. And then when I decided to make this project, I needed a flower. And I thought, okay, what flower do I have? And this one was one that I had that's like an independent flower, just makes a really pretty flower. And so I tried it, and then, of course, you know how I am. I fell in love with it. So, and let me show you how pretty. Careful, those petals are fragile. They have, well, I can't get it off of there. This I help. We'll just pluck our little petals right off that self-healing mat, and then get our leaves to leafises. Okay, now we have all our pieces and parts. Let's put this stuff out of the way. Oops, sorry about that. Threw my take a pick tool across the room. Well, at least across the glass mat. Okay, I'm going to put these away so I don't lose these. Okay, now we're good. Okay. Now with just a little bit of ink and my sponge dauber. And I just noticed that I don't have my green sponge dauber. I'll have to find that real quick. But let's go ahead and ink. I'm going to just put a little bit of darker color around those petals. And now I'm using Misty Moonlight ink here, so it's quite a bit darker. But I'm going to just sponge these edges just a little bit. And I'll try to go quick so you don't have to watch me. But I do want to tell you, I know I'm a little bit earlier than usual if you watch my videos. Although when you watch me live, I do get nervous. But if you're watching my videos, I'm a little bit early today. And that's because I have a friend coming over this afternoon, a neighbor, Terry, that wants help or some ideas for a Christmas project. So that'll be fun. Terry always makes really cute stuff and then gives it to all her friends and family and stuff like that. And I have a Halloween card from her that I want to show you. As soon as I'm done sponging my flowers, I'll show you Terry's Halloween card. It was really cute. And she gave me some candy that was decorated with a little skeleton, but I don't know, I probably ate that. It's probably gone. It was cute though too, that came with the card. But here we're sponging away, and I'm being gentle so I don't bend my petals. I'm gonna take my bone folder and just kind of roll my petals a little bit so they have some curvature. Is that a word? Oh well, it's a word now. I just made it up if it's not a word, but I want them curved a little bit to make them look kind of like a real flower. So a little bit more ink here. And I tell you what, if you're like me, you think, wow, those are odd shapes for a petal, but when you put it all together, it turns out really pretty. So just a few more little inking here. We got 2 more petals to go, and then I'll show you Terry's card, and then we'll assemble. Oh no, I have to ink my leaves and find my green dauber. Okay, we're almost done here. And then I'll show you the card, then I'll find my green dauber, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I have all my petals, just a little bit on the outside of the petals. Here's Terry's card. I thought it was really cute. Look how cute this is. Just a simple pumpkin pie card base, and it's got this beautiful die, which can you see it's a glimmer? Oh yeah, you can see the glimmer on there. And then on the inside, looky there. And she used that. This is another glimmer. Can you see that glimmer? Yeah, you can, the white glimmer. And then she said she embossed with the other dies that's in this die set that I don't know what die set this is, but look how cute it is. So thank you, Terry. And that's who's coming over today to work on some Christmas stuff. So like I said, she always does a good job, and it'd be fun to see what she's coming up with. Okay, let's find, here's my daubers. I think this one, Old Olive. Let's do Old Olive ink instead of Granny Apple, since my dauber's right there. Let me grab my ink pad, and we'll do Old Olive. It's a little bit darker shade on my leaves anyway. And you know what? Now that I look, I've lost one of my leaves. Do you guys see it anywhere? Well, maybe this flower is going to have 1 leaf. And if you look, I like the shape of this one, this end better, so I'm going to just sponge this side. And as I look around, I'll see, do I look on the floor? It's not on the floor. It's got to be around here somewhere, right? Well, he's gone. Or maybe he's under my glass mat. No, but there's a lot of it. It's kind of like when you lift the couch and you see all that. Now watch, when I go back and watch my video, I'll be like, oh, it went right there, Kathy. But that way, okay, well, we might just do with 1 leaf, because the other one, oh, does he, nope, okay, he's gone. I don't know where he went. And you guys are probably saying, it's right there, Kathy, it's under the, but, oh well. Okay, so we have our flower now. And like I said, I'm going to take my bone folder here and just very lightly and very carefully, the centers of some of these petal pieces are very fragile. Not that I've known, but I have torn and pulled some of them off. So I'm going to be gentle and just barely round or curve my little petal pieces here. There we go, 1 more. But I am going to do, and look, there's my other leaf. I knew he would show up. I didn't expect him like that. He must have been in with my petals. I'm going to do this end because I like this end a little bit more of my leaf. Thank you for showing up, leaf. Okay, then we have our leaf. Just a little bit of sponging, get some color on those. And then I'm going to just take those and round those a little bit too. Okay, now we have our pieces and parts. We're going to start with this one and a little bit of liquid glue. Now I put mine into a fine tip or precision tip bottle here, so it just a little bit at a time comes out. Don't need a lot. And then this piece I'm going to layer like that. And you know, I really want to do it on my mat, because then I can take the cap end of my Take-A-Pick tool and just kind of hold it there and kind of make it the shape I want it as I go. There we go. And then next one, I'm going to put this piece next. So a little bit of glue here in the center again. And then this piece I'm going to lay down just like that. And then the last one, a little bit, I'm going to put a little glue on this one because this is little. And then lay this one this way. Okay, And now look how pretty that little flower is. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach the leaves. I'm going to put the big leaf on first. Whoops, almost put it on the wrong end. I want the glue on this side. And I'm going to put it over here. And then I'm going to take this one and kind of tuck it under. Now I think I put my flowers together the same way. You never know. I think flowers are, there we go, are always different. So sometimes my flowers look different than others. But look, my finger stuck. Look how pretty that little flower is. Then when you take these, these are new in the mini catalog, and they're called the Dressy. Is that how you'd say that word? Dressy gems. Love them. They've got tons of sparkle on them. They're really pretty. I'm going to just take one of those and put it in the center of my flower. And now I think it's a really, really pretty flower from those translucent floral dies. Okay, so now let's get our project ready. I'm going to put my glue away so it's at the ready for the next step. Then I have a piece of 6x6 designer series paper. Now, oh, I knew I was going to forget the name of the paper, but that's okay. You can go to my gallery, becreativewithkathy.com, and there'll be a supply list in there, and no measurements, because it's just, well, maybe I'll put the measurements because we're going to do a bunch of score lines. But we're going to take our 6x6 paper and cut it in half diagonally this way. And I've already done that because I've made a few of these. So I'm going to use this piece of paper, and I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored. I think this project's easier this way. I'm going to set my designer series paper up here. Now this is a 6x6, but when you cut it this way, now it's really 8.5. And using the small end of my stylus, I'm going to start from the right just because it's easier than trying to get those little 1/2 inch marks here. I'm going to go ahead and score at every 1/2 inch from the 8.5 down to the 4.5. Now, depending on what you want to show more, that's what but we're going to fan fold. It really doesn't make a difference. It matters which way you fold it when we get there later. I'll try to show you what I'm talking about. Whoop, lost my little thing. But like I said, I'm going to start at every 1/2 inch. So I'm going to start at 8, and then I'm going to go 7.5, and then 7, 6.5, and then here to 6, 5.5, 5, and then I'm going to stop at 4.5, and you can see because it's right before that point of our triangle here. So 8, 8.5, nope, sorry, 8, 7.5, 6.5, 6, 5.5, 5, and then 4.5 is what I've scored my paper at. Okay, now we need to fold our paper. So I want this to be the inside of my fan, and you'll see it, I'm talking about when I'm all done, but I'm going to take this and fold it, trying to get these lines or these edges down here square, and I'm going to fan fold all those little score lines now. And I'm not going to worry about, ooh, and I know I should tell you this too. Julie DiMaggio, I watched Julie DiMaggio do this project, and it was so cute. Like I said, I had to make a bunch of them for my craft fair. So Julie DiMaggio is who I cased this from. She gets all the credit. I think I'm going to probably say about the same things that Julie says, but I've made enough of them now that I kind of do my own thing. Then I'm going to take my bone folder and make sure they all have a really nice crisp fold there. So now you can really see that accordion fold there. Okay, we need to glue these together. So I'm going to take my fine tip glue, and I'm going to just put a little bit of glue along those edges so I can get those. We're going to glue them down. Well, all thumbs today, Kathy. Okay, then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to do the same thing back here because we want this to glue. And I'm only putting glue, if you noticed, at the bottom of my designer series paper here. So then when you fold that back down and pinch it, let's see if I got glue on all of them. Whoop, I'm going to just hold it here for just a minute or two. Well, probably not even a minute, just for a few seconds. Make sure it gets nice and adhered. And it looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to take that fan fold and I'm going to lay it down on my glass mat. So all you see is that triangle because the fold part is down. And I have here, I've used Burt's Bees lip balm. Now any lip balm that's about the same size. In fact, I wanted to try those ECOs or whatever, those fancy ones, and I haven't tried it yet to see if they work. But I wanted a nice chapstick in there, so I found a few on Amazon that were reasonably priced, and I bought those. But if you want that link to the Burt's Bees, just let me know and I'll send you the link. But what we're going to take now is we're going to take this lip balm. I shouldn't call it chapstick because it's not chapstick, it's Burt's Bees. And I'm going to line it up with the bottom edge of my triangle here, and I'm going to roll my little chapstick into my paper, and I'm keeping it pretty tight. And after I have it there, then I'm going to just take a little bit of glue because I don't want the glue stuck to the chapstick. That way you can slip the chapstick out. But a little bit of glue down here, that's going to hold it. And just roll it up like that all the way to here. See how it's rolled up like that? Then I'm going to just take a little bit, and make sure it's tight, of liquid glue and put it down here at the bottom. And I'm going to put a generous amount there because I want this to stick. And if it oozes out, that's okay. Our embellishment is going to go atop that and hide that. So then to get this, I'm going to put just a simple rubber band around here, and I'm going to let this dry. And now I have my chapstick in there. Give it a few minutes and it'll be dry. Now, so you don't have to sit and watch me let it dry. I've done one in advance. I've done it the same way, same chapstick and everything. And let me show you what it looks like now when you take that rubber band off. Then I'm going to kind of pull on that fan. Now, Julie said, and I didn't try because she said don't try, it's not going to work, is that tear and tape, if you use tear and tape down here, it doesn't dry, or it doesn't stick. Eventually it pops open again, so I guess hot glue could work too. But I really suggest, this is what I put in my precision tip, that multi-purpose glue. You can find some on my online store if you don't have any. But now look how pretty our chapstick is, and then it even stands up like that too. So as a party favor, as a bridesmaid favor, you put them in front of, or even at Thanksgiving, you put them on the table in front of their plate mat. I think it's just a really pretty baby shower, just a little pretty gift, like I said, that I'm going to take to my craft fair. So then we're going to take our flower here, and that's going to go right here on top. So just a little bit of glue on the back here, and I'm not going to say a little bit, I'm going to give it a lot because I don't want this to fall off either. And I'm going to make sure that that my chapstick can still stand up. So I'm going to kind of set it like that and then just hold it there. Now we might have to hold it there for a few minutes depending on where you want your flower. Let's see if it, whoop, yep. I want to make sure to still stand up. And yeah, he does. And look how pretty that is. Isn't that a really pretty, simple, it's fairly inexpensive gift that you could make just a bunch of? Just a 6x6 piece of designer series paper, some scraps of some other cardstock, some dies, a pretty flower, and you have a really pretty gift that looks just like that. Now, before I go, let me show you a couple other ones that I've done. And some of this stuff you'll see is retired product. This is just some red and white paper. Now on this flower, I used Poppy Parade. I kind of tried to match my chapstick so it looked really pretty. You notice I fold this one the other way, so I start on the other end. If you want to do two at a time, you can take that square and score it all at once, and then you'd have a fan that goes this way and a fan that goes this way. But then on this flower, I sponged it the same way, and I put that inside that I couldn't decide if I wanted to die cut for this flower. That's another part of that die set. And then this one is a little Christmas one using the retired poinsettia dies. Look how cute that is for Christmas. I thought that one turned out really cute, and just some gold embellishments in the center to make it look, I guess, poinsettia-y. And then oh, here's one more. I'm going to show you two more. Here's another one with just different colors. I had a bunch of this black and white paper cut left over, so I made a bunch of those. And then I think this flower might be my favorite flower. Oh, no, I have one more to show you, and then I'll show you my favorite one. This one here. Now, if you have that paper, oh, I'm not going to come up with a name. And look, this flower's loose. I'm going to have to put some more glue under that one. This is a retired die set that just made a bunch of flowers. That's a cute little flower. That's the one that Julie used on hers. I didn't have that die set. I had to borrow it from Mary. So thank you, Mary, for lending me your die set. But this one, I'm looking to see if I showed you all of them. This one I think is my favorite. And look how pretty that black flower is on there. It's with black cardstock. And then I took the enamel effects in the silver and just sponged the edges with that. And look how pretty that black and silver. It's just a really elegant flower. And then I took some glimmer paper and did that inside piece and those little leaves. And I didn't bother to sponge because they were glimmer paper. But that silver enamel effects on the black paper makes a really pretty flower. So there you go. That's what I have for you today. I'm going to keep going, make some more for my craft fair and keep my little hands busy. If you have any questions, be sure and reach out. Like I said, I'll put all those measurements on my gallery, becreativewithkathy.com. Make sure you let me know that you're watching. I'd love to see who's watching. Just say, hello, this is Shauna, or Shoshana, because I see Shoshana watching, and thank you, Shoshana. It's nice to have you. But I'd love to hear your comments. Please like and share. And I guess that's all I have for you, and I'll see you back here next Monday. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.